Okay, here we go. Part two. Yeah. Continue on. What these records are here now is a lot of records that I've been looking for, or you just can't find them. They're really, really tough to find. Or if you do see them on eBay, they're wanting $150 and crazy. I'm not buying that like that. So this guy that I buy records from, probably the last time I bought some records from him was probably, 7, 8 years ago. But he does send me emails, and so I saw some records on there. And actually, by the time I went to buy them, a couple of the ones I wanted, the Alice Cooper, Muscle of Love in the box and all that, he had it on for like $50. They're always $100 or more. And it was gone by the time I actually decided to go and buy it. It was gone. But I did still get Jethro Tull, War Child. This is the first edition now, on the green Chrysalis label. Now the one I had was also it's a Japanese pressing, but it's the blue label, which is the second edition, the second pressing. So if you remember now, this record, I've talked about this before in a previous video, because I had bought, what I had originally was a first edition green Chrysalis, but it was a Canadian pressing. And then I happened to get this on a good deal, so I picked it up. And it was so much better than that domestic Canadian first edition. That it's one of the things I said. It says it's terrible that the Japanese, it just goes to show you how good their records are, because their second edition is better than our first edition. Yeah. So I bought the first edition. And you can tell some of these, early first edition Japanese, they're not real thick covers. They're nice, but they're more like a UK cover than they are. But the reissue now, yeah, when they reissued them, it's probably 76 when they reissued this. It's twice as thick. A lot of those ones from 76, that's when the Japanese were really making fantastic products, as far as all their, if you've got a first editions in that. But a lot of the records I like, of course, are like this, from 72, I believe. Let me have a look at it. I don't know if it's on here or not. But anyway, 74, yeah. 74, I think his brick was 72. 74, 72, no, Thick as Brick was 73. Aquilum was 72. Okay, glad we got that straight, yeah. So, now the difference, what's the difference, you say? Well, you know what, here's the deal. When I put this one on, I'm listening to it and I'm going, I put it on first, I'm listening, I'm saying, wow. It doesn't get any better than this. I mean, how can the other one sound better than this? This sounds so good. And this is why so many people make the mistake of thinking that when they buy a digital record, they say, wow, it really sounds good. As we've talked about it before. Well, what are you comparing it to? You don't have that record. You never had the record before. You just got it for the first time now. It's the first time you bought the record. Or the record that you had is all, you gave it away at a garage sale or something, right? You don't have it anymore. So then, I put this one on. And, well, of course, yeah, it sounded so much better. And what I noticed in the first one, when I first put this one on, was that acoustic guitar. Because I put on Skating Away on the Thin Ice of the New Day. I put that song on, and I listened to that acoustic guitar. He's strumming it away, and all the detail of all the strings being plucked. Wow. Really clear, distinct, and all the different, that song's got a lot of different things in it, bells and bongos and different things going on. And even some of that Hindu type of drum that they beat on, it's got some of that in it. And you're hearing it all so clear and so much detail, and I'm thinking, how can it be better than that? Yeah, well, you listen to this, and I'm listening to it, and I'm not even, when he starts to singing, I'm not even noticing the guitar anymore. I'm just noticing that voice. so prominent, so distinct, so clear. And then I start listening to the guitar, and the other stuff starts, the song starts developing, and the bells are chiming, and the Hindu drums, they're beating on it. And what I'm hearing now, I'm hearing all the second order harmonics are coming through on this. And that's what makes it sound real. Because this has got everything. It's got all the first order harmonics, but it's, it's all out there in full detail, but you don't have all the information on it. As well as the ambient noise, the ambient information, because you get a lot more, it gets a little bit more spread out. You get more definition of instruments. Here you're hearing the instruments, and you're hearing it in this speaker, or you're hearing it there. But now this has got, it's more defined. You really can hear that it's on its own little instrument he's picking up on. Yeah, so it's like an audio experience listening to this stuff. This is listening to a great recording. That's the difference between that stuff. So that's about the best I can explain it. Really. So this is kind of like one of those grails. It's hard to find records. They want a lot of money for them. The guy that I got it from was reasonable. They're still expensive, but it was reasonable. And then I bought this because I've had this record now. I've had it for a while. And I've had a few Japanese records through the years. And of course I probably, how many umpteen records, the original, the second edition, all them through the years I've had. And then I bought this a number of years back. This is the Speaker's Corner reissue that I bought years ago. And there's nowhere on here does it say Speaker's Corner anywhere, but that's what it is. It's from '72 on that original Black ABC Records label. But I thought, you know what? I've got this one. This is a first edition Japanese now on the pink probe. So I'm thinking it's the first edition. I know that it's a '72 record. It says 2,500 yen on the OB, so that's not quite, it's close. But here's the deal. This one just destroys this record. Yeah, it does. The bass. Yeah, this one here, it doesn't have any bass compared to this thing. The bass, and that bass on the registers of the piano keys, and just on the bass itself, and all that comes up through there, and even the cymbals, and the singing, and the guitar, and the attack of the transients, and all that stuff on the guitars. This is a fantastic record. Now, I looked on eBay. They went up in price. Yeah, I think they were like 30. They were like 30, around 30, maybe a little bit more, around that kind of price when I got it. They're not cheap to start with, but wow, if this is your favorite all-time record, Speaker's Corner is the one to get. But I warn you, they're not cheap. I'm just lucky I bought it back in the day. Okay, now here, I'm a big Alex Harvey fan, and I have the UK press, and it's, it's a laminated cover, it's a gatefold, and it's that traditional kind of a thin, and it's on the spaceship label, because it's on a vertical, but of course it's a 74, so it would be a swirl. There's the first Alex Harvey record and the second one, and I've got both of these on a swirl. One's a German and one's a US. But so I had this one, and so I've got a few of the Alex Harvey records. I've got them on the Japanese label like this, the Japanese pressing. And so when I saw this one, that's kind of like a grail for me, because, and also it being on a white label promo, right? Yeah, try to find this record on eBay. Yeah, you won't find it. There's none around. If they are, they want $100 and something or whatever for it, because it's really, really rare. And it's, of course, it's mint. Look at the thing. Yeah, this is from '74. Look at it, how nice they are. That's why I buy records from that fella. They have such nice records. But you know, I think it was like $50 or something. So I compared it to the UK first press. The UK first press is better. Yes, it is. Because I don't think that this is actually came out in '74 originally. I don't know exactly how this is done, but it didn't sound as good as the UK did on this one. So again, I got, you know, you're going and buying these grails and they're turning out to be not so good as what you already have. And then another one of the records that I'm trying to get, I think this is about the last one of these Roxy music records that I needed to get on the first edition. And now, this is Country Life with you know, this is the way it came out in the States and Canada, but in the British cover, and of course the Japanese cover and European covers, they had these girls on the front. And this is a reissue that I bought new, probably from '76, on the red Polydor label. And you know, a nice big thick cover. I've always liked this. This is one of my favorite Roxy music records. Of course, there's so many of them are good. I mean, it's hard to have a favorite. And then, you know, I just bought this, and the cover's about the same thickness. But now look at this one. See, it's on that Island Palm Tree label. So, again, you listen to this red Polydor and it sounds utterly fantastic. It's just a great sounding record. But when you put this one on, it's better. It's that the soundstage gets bigger. There's more air around the instruments, and it's the bit Obi's in the way of the song. I have to look at this. Bittersweet. I put that one on, and I really like that, and I compared it to both the. It's funny on this Brian Ferry Roxy music. It's the songs that I liked when I was a kid. You know, the more harder, the rockier tunes. They're not my favorites anymore. It's stuff like, you know, Bittersweet, Casanova, stuff like that. All I Want Is You. You know, the thrill of it all is what I liked back in the day, but now I like these songs better. So I listened to Bittersweet, and there's little bells that are ringing in the first part of the song, and he's singing, and the guitars, of course, everything. But I really notice those bells. You know, like again, the second order harmonics is coming through. You can just, it's not just hear the first part of that bell, but there's a holistic part of the bell that makes the bell sound like a bell. It's on this one. It's not on the other one. You hear the bell, you hear the upper register of the bell ringing really clearly, but it's the lower part of the bell, the second order harmonic. You're not hearing it on the second editions, the pressings that don't have that breath of life to them. And Brian Ferry's voice is so much more realistic. So I've always had you know, good luck with getting these first editions with like David Bowie and Roxy music, because the reason I'm buying this is because all the reissues now, they're digital. It's like all the Bowie stuff came out in digital. These came out digital. And no, I haven't bought them. I probably need to buy a couple, and because Michael Fremer, he's got them and he's listened to them, and he can tell that they're digital. So that just to tell me that I don't need to be buying it. I need to get these while I can. And so that will conclude the videos for today. I hope you enjoyed the videos. I guess we're going to have two 15-minute videos instead of one 20-minute video. So, got a couple things for you to watch today. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Leave your comments. Appreciate it. Bye now.